Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Late Night Show with Dr. Kojo. I am your host, Dr. Kojo, and today we are talking about 5 ways to ruin your life as a neurodivergent individual. Very exciting topic that we have here for you all today. So go ahead and use the comment section to let me know what your name is if it doesn't already show and where you are checking in from. We're going to have an amazing live stream today. We are in the middle of a live-a-thon, I guess you can call it that. A live-a-thon. I've been live every day for the past 4 or 5 days or so, and we will continue to be live every single day through Wednesday. We're going to be live every single day through Wednesday as we prepare for the first show on the big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour, which starts in Houston, Texas, a week from today. April 26th in Houston, Texas, we kick off the big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour. Show number 1 sold out. Show number 1 sold out. And because of that, we've added a second show. And tickets are still available for the second show. Yay! Yay! Annalise, thank you. Yay! 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 Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And a big shout out to my community who've been supporting me for the better part of this past decade. So what do you want? Look at my dog. Can y'all see my dog? She wants to get in the shot. Shout out to my community that supported me for the better part. Let's see if you can see his dog. They support me for the better part of this decade. Whether they've been liking videos or sharing or commenting and now buying tickets for the comedy tour, I am overwhelmed with gratitude. And from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I'm so excited to get out to Houston. A week from today, we're going to be in Houston, Texas. And yes, my dog right here, this dog, come on, Zoe. This dog has ADHD as well. As you can tell, she cannot sit still. She cannot sit still. I got to take her in to see she has autism, but she definitely has ADHD. Shasty. Shasty. Good girl. Good Shasty. Good Shasty. So yeah, I'm excited to get out to Houston, Texas. Me and my neurodivergent band are going to put on an amazing show for y'all. It's going to be so wonderful. Y'all going to have a great time. Y'all going to have a great, great, great time. And Nessa on TikTok says, make sure to visit HEB. It's the best. I love Texas. What does HEB stand for? I will need recommendations on food spots in Houston. My favorite restaurant is there, Steak 48. So I'll definitely stop by and give me some steak, well done. Maybe get some tiramisu afterwards. So I'm looking forward to checking out that restaurant. But I will need more restaurant recommendations in Houston, Texas. Hopefully, if there's a place that sells chicken teriyaki and rice, I would love to know about that because that's my current hyperfixation meal. Chicken teriyaki with rice and a Diet Coke. That's my meal right now. So whoever makes the best chicken teriyaki with rice in Houston, Texas, I need to know because I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out. And Cynthia, we're still adding dates in the tour right now. So how we're doing things is we added Houston and Nashville. So the first 2 dates on the tour were Houston and Nashville. And after that, we added New York City, June 11th. Then we added Chicago, Illinois, June 18th. And we're still adding cities as we go. The next 3 cities that we will add in some order will be San Antonio, Phoenix, Arizona, Seattle/Tacoma. So we're still adding cities as we go. So don't worry. We may come out to a Tampa or we may come out to an Orlando. So just give us some time. Give us some time. And Oliver, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the love. We have a very exciting topic here tonight. So shout out to all my people who have ADHD/autism. If you're neurodivergent in any way, this live stream is for you. Okay? This live stream is for you. Tonight's topic is a very interesting one because we're taking things from a different angle. Okay? I'm going to tell you how to ruin your life as a neurodivergent. Okay? 5 ways to ruin your life. ADHD edition. And actually, I think that's even a better title. Let me see if I can update the title. I like that title better. 5 ways to ruin your life. 5 ways. Let's see if I can update that. 5 ways to ruin your life. At least update it on Facebook. RDHD edition. Come see me live, and then I gotta put the show promo at the end. Come see me live in Houston, so that way people who are in the area can get their tickets. All right. So I updated the title on Facebook. So it says 5 ways to ruin your life, RDHD edition. Who finna cook for me? Are you gonna cook chicken teriyaki and rice? You got that chicken teriyaki and rice and Diet Coke combo? 5 ways to ruin your life, RDHD edition. All right. And somebody saying that their life is already ruined. Sherman, your life could get worse. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that I want it to get worse. I hope that your life from this moment moving forward gets dramatically better, Sherman. But there are some things that we can do to make our lives worse. Okay. There's some things that we can do to make our lives worse. And the whole point and premise of this live stream is to tell you a couple of things that you can do to ruin your life. And then you're going to avoid those things. So if you avoid the things that will ruin your life gets better. And Charlie Munger, the great entrepreneur who passed away, I think maybe a year ago. I think he passed away last year. He was Warren Buffett's like running mate. Those two guys were like in business for many decades. And he's one of the smartest men to ever live, in my opinion, Charlie Munger. And he has this rule of inversion. So his rule of inversion, he would take things that you could do to make your life worse, and then he would avoid those things, right? So let's figure out the things that we can do to make our lives worse, and then let's avoid those things. So his whole point was that we can move forward by being consistently not stupid. So we don't have to be extraordinary people. And sometimes, especially when you have ADHD, you feel like you have to carry the whole world on your back. You have to get this done. You got to get that done. You got to be here. You feel like you have to be Superman and Superwoman. But the good news is that you don't have to be Superman or Superwoman. You just have to be consistently not stupid. So it's not more so about the things that you need to do, but it's about the things that you need to avoid. So if we know what we need to avoid and we avoid those things, then by default, we're going to move ahead in life. I love this rule of inversion. It's remarkable. It is remarkable. And it's actually changed my life. It has changed my life because I'm somebody who always thought that I had to be Superman. I had to get all these different things done. But I'm moving ahead in life by just avoiding things that used to hold me back. Things that used to hold me back. So here's what I have for y'all tonight. The rule of inversion. 5 ways to ruin your life as a neurodivergent. Number 1, ignore structure completely. Okay? If you want to ruin your life, we're going to ignore structure completely. We're going to wake up and do whatever we want to do at whatever time of the day. No schedule, no rhyme or reason as to how you live your life. You're just going to do exactly what you want to do all the time, every day, and you're just going to go off of vibes. So let's say you wake up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. We're just going to go off of vibes. We're going to ignore structure completely. No schedule, no budget. We're just out here free balling. Free balling. Free balling. Ignore structure completely. And the funny thing about having autism and ADHD at the same time is that you have one side of you that wants structure and wants to abide by it, then you have the other side that wants to do exactly what it wants to do. And that's the ADHD side. ADHD wants to do exactly what it wants to do. And it wants you to just have fun all the time and never go off of structure. Just go off of 100% vibes and have the best time of all time. So you're going to ignore structure completely. The schedule that you made for yourself this week, when you wake up tomorrow, you're not going to look at it. You're going to do something else. Do exactly what you want to do. Exactly what you want to do. And I like what Amelia is saying here. She says, structure keeps me alive and healthy. Lets my body know what is coming next. No stress. I agree. There's a lot of freedom within structure. That may not make sense, but let me break it down to you. When you have structure and you know what's coming next, and you know that these are your key objectives that you need to do, that you need to accomplish in order to help you move from point A to point B, that's liberating. Now we don't have to play the mental gymnastics game. We know that, okay, if I do this, I wake up, I got my clothes here, I got my keys here, and then this is how my day is going to be. There's a lot of freedom within structure. So it doesn't have to feel like it's handicapping us or that we cannot move. Because we can move. We have lateral flexibility. We have mobility. We can make adjustments to our schedule. I'm not telling you that you have to follow your schedule exactly how it is. Because depending on how your day goes, you may have to rearrange a couple of things. You may have to cancel something, and you may have to add something into your schedule. So you can make changes as you go. But what I'm saying is that avoiding structure completely is a great way to ruin your life. Anything that you don't pay attention to is going to come back to bite you. We need structure. You need to know what you're going to do throughout the week. You need a budget. You need a budget. A lot of my neurodivergent, sometimes we don't want to check our bank accounts after vacation because we know we spent too much money. We're like, all right, I'm not going to check my bank account. Or after one of those Amazon sprees, you're like, I just spent $400 on Amazon. I'm not going to check my bank account. If the great Floyd Mayweather, who has made over $500 million in his career, more than $500 million, if he is going through financial troubles and he has to return back to boxing, then who are we to ignore budgets? Anybody could go broke. Anybody could go broke. It's a lesson for all of us to learn. If you ignore your budget and you just go off of vibes, pure vibes, good things are not coming to you. So we need structure. We need some form of discipline. So if you want to ruin your life, just ignore structure completely. Just do what you want. Tomorrow, we're going to do exactly what we want. We want to just have fun, stay in bed 5 hours longer, skip work. You don't even call into work. You just, they have to call you like, hey, are you coming to work today? Oh, I forgot to call and I'm sick. Ignoring structure. Ignoring structure. As much as we hate structure, it's so helpful for us. We need structure. We need routine. We need structure. We need routine. All right. The second way to ruin your life as a neurodivergent is to chase only dopamine. All right. So when you hear dopamine, you probably think of things that are exciting and pleasurable. And that's fairly accurate. But dopamine is a neurotransmitter that's associated with the pursuit of pleasure. It's not so much the pleasurable thing itself. Dopamine is not the video games, or dopamine is not the substances, alcohol, the weed. That's not dopamine. Dopamine is the pursuit of these things. So dopamine is getting that 2 a.m. text from somebody. You up? Oh, they're trying to come over. I'm chasing this high. Dopamine is you driving to the dispensary to go, and no hate on anybody who, gets high or anything like that. I definitely have had my era with that. And it's still a struggle for me to stay sober if I'm keeping it real. But dopamine is you driving to the dispensary. You got $80 in the hand. You're going to get you a little, weed pen. You're going to get maybe an eighth of sativa, You're going to get a couple of pre-rolls. You're going to have a good night. Dopamine is driving to the dispo to pick up your stash. Dopamine is buying that video game and waiting for it to download so that you can play it. If you chase only dopamine, it's going to make it very difficult for you to regulate your emotions and regulate yourself. If we need anything, we need more of serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter associated with contentment, which is why when people are depressed, they give them antidepressants, which help to increase the amount of serotonin. This is why people take Zoloft and Lexapro and Prozac and medications like that. So more so, what we need is serotonin, not really dopamine. And look, once again, I am not judging the folks who drive to the dispensary. And half of me is actually jealous, honestly. Half of me wants to get fried tonight and laugh at my dog. Cut on the camera. I used to cut on the camera and record myself dancing with my dog. And of course, the dog is not fried, but I'm just fried and I'm having a good old time. I'm in my own world. So, shoot, ain't no judging over here. I'm low-key jealous. And I do believe that there is a place for cannabis medically. It can be used to help out with a lot of different things. But the overconsumption of cannabis, the overconsumption of alcohol, the overconsumption of pleasurable things, doom scrolling on social media is a great way to dump dopamine into your body, because you can scroll for hours and hours and hours. Oh, look at this dog licking me. Can y'all see this? Look at this dog licking me. She misses me. We already went for our walk today, so we'll go for another one. No worries. We'll go for another one. Chantel is 8 months sober. Congratulations. Congrats. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Appreciate that. But yes, chasing dopamine is a great way to dysregulate yourself. And if you are neurodivergent, you're going to have a hard time regulating yourself. If you're autistic, it's hard to regulate your mood. If you're ADHD, it's especially hard to regulate your mood. And one of the quickest ways to make yourself feel good in the moment is to chase dopamine. Drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, pretty much all the fun things. All the fun things. And that doesn't mean that you can't do those things, but you want to do these things in small amounts. All right. Or, I mean, like, it depends. Like, if you're married or if you're in a healthy relationship and y'all are being intimate every day, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But anything that's pleasurable, that will make you feel so good in the moment, you don't want that thing to run your life. You want to use that thing. Don't let that thing use you. So if you want to ruin your life, if you're looking for ways to ruin your life, go on a all-out pursuit of dopamine. Definitely a way to ruin your life. And I agree with this. People pleasing is also a huge problem. I mean, you can add that as an honorable mention. You want to ruin your life, continue to people please. That people pleasing tendency that we've had since we were kids, continue to do that. You can ruin your life. The Kitty Lifestyle on TikTok, I appreciate you. Someone says, what are effective ways to avoid phone distractions? So here's the thing. Anything that you feel like is an addiction, you can't just give that thing up. Like, if you're addicted to your phone and you want to just give it up, it's not going to be, it won't work. You normally have to replace that thing with something else. So instead of spending time on your phone, maybe you play video games, which can be its own addiction, but it gets you off the phone. Maybe you start to go for walks, which is very healthy. Maybe you work out more. You used to work out twice a week. Now you work out 4 times a week. You have to find things to fill up your schedule. Allow you to be busy. And then it will be easier to not be on your phone as much. But these phones and these social media platforms are getting better and better. The algorithm is getting stronger and stronger, and it's feeding you exactly what you want. It's feeding you exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. And somebody mentioned people pleasing. That's very similar to what I'm about to drop in right here. 5 ways to ruin your life. Avoid hard or uncomfortable conversations. And speaking of this, I have a couple of phone calls I have to make that I've been procrastinating on because they're hard conversations. So this one right here, I'm calling myself out. I got a couple of phone calls that I have to make. I have a couple of people that I need to talk to that we need to smoothen some things out. If you avoid these hard or uncomfortable conversations, it's going to be very difficult for you to resolve conflict in your life. It's going to be hard for you to resolve conflict in your life. If you're neurodivergent and you think back to past relationships that you've had, the relationships that didn't work out, or the relationships that felt so difficult, you probably struggled with conflict resolution. Conflict resolution. How are you going to resolve a conflict? How are you going to talk something through? What's your method of getting through the difficult moments with somebody? Because if you avoid things, it doesn't make anything better. Avoiding things does not make anything better. And if you're neurodivergent, you have a part of you that wants to naturally avoid things. Avoiding things is one of our favorite things to do. Oh my goodness. Avoiding things. Why are we like this? Avoiding things. It just feels so good to avoid things. The closer you get to having that hard conversation, the better you will feel. And yes, D'Angelo, that can be a version of self-sabotage, avoiding these hard conversations. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. The algorithms have been ahead of me, even with my phone and not looking things up. And look, there's a lot of good things that come from confrontation or being somebody who can approach conflict with resolution in mind. Avoiding hard conversations is the easy thing to do, but because look, things don't get like easier or better, you just get stronger. So you get better at having these conversations. So you know how to approach difficult topics with people. You know how to bring up the elephant in the room and actually get from point A to point B. If you can't get from point A to point B, you're going to be stuck at point A. And then there's no progress. There is no progress. So how are you going to have these hard conversations? And yes, I do have a podcast. Tim is asking on TikTok. The podcast is called the Neurodivergent Struggles Podcast. The video form of the podcast is on YouTube. It's Neurodivergent Struggles. You can just type it in. And also you can listen on Spotify and Apple Music and everywhere else you can catch podcasts. Avoiding things. Avoiding things. Chantel says, I feel like I need to know exactly what I'm going to say and how I need to be able to say it. Well, you can script out what you're going to say. But you don't have to, but the better you become at conflict resolution, the more satisfied you'll feel. And once again, you're doing the hard thing. Doing the hard thing is what we need to do. All right. Doing the hard thing. Jennifer, wow. I have never heard of this idea before, but I think this is a rock star idea. Love of the show goes to Jennifer. Love of the show goes to Jennifer. I never thought about this. I have never, ever thought about this. Freeze, everybody, clap your hands. My husband and I make sure the really hard conversations are in bed and naked. You can't yell at each other when you're cuddling. Oh my goodness. What a great idea. you- you're in bed and you're like, babe, I don't like how you handled that situation the other day. It made me upset. And I'm like, oh, well, all right. I apologize. She's sitting next to you. It has nothing on. It's like, I apologize. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. The holy Mickey Figgy is right. You're right. You're right. What a great idea. What Jennifer, great idea. Great idea. I mean, you got me speechless. This, this is amazing. This is amazing. I like that idea. I like that idea. I will use that in my next relationship. And keep in mind, this is how to resolve conflict in relationships. So if you're having conflict with your coworker, I'm not saying that y'all have to go cuddle in bed naked and say, "Hey, I don't like how you were yelling at me over those spreadsheets." That was for relationships and people that you're actively already shucking. You feel me? Yeah, Mac, you're right. Argue naked is great. It is great. It is great. Will the root cause get fixed? Uh eventually. 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 It'll get fixed eventually. Maybe not that night, because we got some shucking to do, but eventually. The fourth way to ruin your life, if you're neurodivergent, is to overcommit and underdeliver. And we can eat. Not, yeah. I can say easily. We can easily fix this issue by learning one word. There's a single word in the English uh, vocabulary that, if we know how to utilize this word, it can change our lives, and it can prevent us from overcommitting and under-delivering. And I think y'all already know the word. Nasi? Yep. Yep. This is the magic word that we need to learn. The magic word that we need to learn. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, nah, nope, can't do it. Sorry, no. Thank you, but no. No, no, nah, no. Thanks for the offer, but I respectfully decline. Oh, I can't make it. Thank you for thinking about me. No, thank you so much. I would love to, but I can't this time. No, no. And like Gianna's saying, you want to undercommit and over deliver. Exactly. You want to undercommit and over deliver. Because if you want to ruin your life, you need to overcommit and underdeliver, and then you feel like you're constantly a disappointment. But if you undercommit and overdeliver, that's the best way to be. And when you start to say no consistently, you'll ask yourself why you didn't start saying no earlier. You're like, dang, I should have been saying no. Why did it take me years to learn how to use this word? If you never say no, you're going to be constantly overstimulated, overwhelmed, running from one thing to the next. You gotta say no. It's okay to say no. I say no all the time. I'm somebody who doesn't like going to weddings. Okay, I'm busy. My content is my life. I keep my schedule busy on purpose, and that's just how I am. And I have some friends, maybe not like close friends, but like friends from the past reach out and say, "Oh, I'm getting married, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that." So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna show up. I'm across the country, and I already like is no. It's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. Maybe I can send a gift or something like that, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna restrict myself from doing what I need to do by overcommitting. No, 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 no. The fewer commitments you have as a neurodivergent individual, the better. Because we have a lot of things that stress us out on a daily basis. So the fewer commitments you have, the better. You need to have fewer commitments. That's the key to under committing and over delivering, having fewer commitments. And I like what Addison's saying right here. This is facts. Facts. Was taught that being the easy, obedient child was to be rewarded. No, for people pleasers makes us feel ill. Ooh. Ooh. Big facts. Addison, ooh. You preaching right now. A lot of us were taught that if you're obedient and you go along with everything, that you would be rewarded. And yes, I like an obedient child. I like a respectful child. When I see kids respecting their parents in public and saying yes ma'am and no ma'am, my heart melts. I'm like, oh my goodness, these kids have manners. That's how I know I'm getting older. I see that at the grocery store, and I feel so warm and fuzzy inside that these kids have manners nowadays. But kids should also be taught to question things, and not to go along with every single thing, and to critically think for yourself. But you learn this at an early age, so it becomes very difficult as an adult to shake off this sort of thing. It becomes hard for you in relationships to say no. You can't set any boundaries because you were never taught how to do it. Tough. Daughter of a covert narcissist, yeah. That'll do it. Unfortunately, that will do it. That will do it. And you're probably on your healing journey right now. And I see you have a beautiful family as well. Looking at your profile photo, so now you're the parent. Now you're the parent, and you're trying to parent kids while reparenting yourself. It's tough, tough. Leilani, you're good. No worries. You're good. You're good. And somebody drop the magic word in the chat so we can get some beverages in. And it's very hard for people to not let their parents run them. Even as an adult, a lot of people are still chasing the affection and the validation of their parents. A lot of people are still chasing the validation and affection of their parents at 21, at 31, at 41, at 51. So this is very difficult to shake off. Magic words, tears. Let's get some beverages in. I'm underhydrated today. Ooh. Ooh. Man, you have to appreciate the small things in life that make you feel good. Just a cold beverage, whether it's a cold glass of water or a cold beer, or I mean, I don't drink beer, but just whatever. Just having a nice beverage, man, it's gonna make you feel good. I did eat yesterday, but I just ate cereal. I ate cereal and had a whole bunch of protein. That's what I did. I didn't I didn't get the chicken teriyaki, but I think I'll get it. We'll see. Do I want chicken teriyaki today? Yeah, I think I'll go get it today, and I'll call on live. I'll call on live so y'all can see that I eat this. I eat the same thing every single day. I'm like, hey, this is Kojo. Mr. Lee, how are you? Oh, Kojo. Oh, Kojo. Okay, Kojo, 15 minute. Okay, Kojo, 10 minute. 10 minute. Because he already knows what I want. I'm going with the chicken teriyaki with the white rice and the Diet Coke. Every single time. Every single time. All right. Now, this one right here is a way to ruin your life. And I think this one will really hit hard. Number 5. The 5th way to ruin your life with autism and ADHD. You want to stay as isolated as possible and don't build support systems. So isolation is a big thing in this community. It's a big thing. We like to stay by ourselves because we've learned that we can't rely on people, and that by just doing things on our own, we will get what we need. We'll get things done by ourselves. And that is the fastest way to do things. But if you wanted to go further, if you need to go further, it's best to find a support system. All right. So, as neurodivergents, we all need some type of external support. And this is one of the hard, this is probably the hardest thing about being a neurodivergent. Every single neurodivergent person needs external support. That's me. That's you. That's your friends who are neurodivergent. That's that person in school that you know that's autistic. That's the person who you work with who has ADHD. We all need some type of external support. I hate the fact that I need help. I hate it so bad. I hate the fact that I have to take medication sometimes. I hate the fact that I have to rely on assistance to help me out with simple things. I hate the fact that I absolutely need a housekeeper or else my house would be dirty as heck. I hate these things, but I know that I need the support because when I've gone without it, it wasn't so good. It wasn't so good. I will need that support. You will need that support. One way or another, you gotta get the support. And the support that you need depends on what you struggle with. If you are somebody who gets to places late, maybe you need a partner who sets alarm clocks on their phone as well. Maybe you need somebody who will adjust the clock in your car and set it a couple hours ahead. We need support some way, somehow. Oh, this 2 bedrooms, Mac. I don't have a big house. We need support some way, somehow. I hate the fact that I need help, but I know that I need help. And me being older Kojo, like I go to great lengths to get this help. The team that I put around me, they're supposed to help me with every single thing that I do. They know my deficiencies, they know my weaknesses. So it's about putting people in positions to help you out. Once you get that system and things start to gel, then we'll be rolling. Then we'll be making progress. But you cannot get a support system if you isolate yourself all the time. Life happens outside of the house. Life happens outside of the house, okay? If you want to meet people, if you want to meet friends, if you want to meet a partner, you got to get outside of the house. You have to leave the house. The magic happens outside of these four walls. But I know it's so comfortable to be at home where we can just watch TV and we don't have to, have people talking in our face, and we can just hang out with our pet and we can just walk around naked and then we can laugh and we can leave food wrappers like we can just do whatever we want. I want to be at home. I want to be at home. I love home, but I know that life happens outside of the house. Life happens outside of the house. You will eventually meet your people, but you have to seek them. Friends, family, assistants, co-workers. You have to find people that will be your support system. In the same way that they're helping you, you can also help them as well. You can help them as well. It's not just a one-sided thing. One of the best ways to help yourself is to help out other people because that boosts your confidence and it's a constant reminder of the fact that you're somebody that brings value, which is one of the reasons why I love doing this. I love having this community. I love having this community. I used to get high off my own supply. I used to go through my DMs. I get like hundreds of DMs every single day. It's hard to keep up with it. But I used to go through my DMs and look at people saying things like, "Oh, you changed my life. Thank you so much. You're the best. You changed my life. You're the best. You're my favorite person ever." And I would get high off my own supply. And I would say, "Oh my goodness, these people think I'm amazing." And it would make it hard for me in my personal relationships Because if I'm dating a woman and things are going, they're not going too well, I'm upset because she doesn't see me as a godlike figure like everybody online says I am. And even then, the people who say that online, you only know a fraction of my life. So, as great as you make me out to be, I'm not as great as you make me out to be. So, I have to learn to avoid things that inflate my ego and self esteem and find ways to make genuine connections with people where I can be myself, where I can be flawed and ask for help. At the same time, help them out as well. Because that's what life is about. We're helping out each other. Life is about helping, right? Reciprocal. We're helping out each other. We're helping out each other. That's what life is about. Lillian says, do you think it's unhealthy to have one person that support and you talk to them multiple? I think Lovita said that sounds like codependency. It definitely could be codependent, but having one person beats having nobody. And it just depends on the nature of the relationship. There are some people that talk to their friends multiple times a day. Then there are friendships where you may not talk to them maybe like more than 7 times a year. But whenever you talk to them, you have a long conversation. It's like y'all haven't like seen each other in like just maybe a week. You can have those long 5-hour conversations and catch up. Like a good catch up conversation with a close friend, it feels so good. I can call David right now, my guy from Atlanta, and we could be on the phone for 4 hours laughing and kicking it, and we may not talk again for 2 months or 5 months. But whenever we talk, man, it's so good. Man, it's so good. But then some people talk multiple times a day, and that's how they they do that. I can't do that. I don't do that. I'm a friend who is not always there, but when push comes to shove, I'm there. I'm there. I'm not gonna be there at all the different hangouts and like I'm like that's just not me. But when the going gets tough, I'm gonna be there. When the going gets tough, I'll be there. Something happens or you need some support or you're going through a really bad breakup, okay, I'll fly to Atlanta. Hey, I'll be in Atlanta this weekend. Let's catch up. Like you're going through a hard time, I'm there for you. But that friend that we hang out every weekend and we go out, like, nah. I know I can't do that. I know I can't do that. So I wouldn't set myself up for that. I can't do that. I got a tribe of ADHDs and we help each other declutter and we have great girl combos. This is fantastic right here. This is the support that I'm talking about. It's reciprocal. At the same time, it's providing a lot of value to every person. Because decluttering your house, you see how deep that sigh was? Decluttering your house, it feels like it could take months to do. But one good weekend with a couple of friends where you're having great conversations and you're talking and somebody's cleaning this place, somebody's cleaning that place, somebody's doing here, somebody's mopping. And then next weekend you go to somebody else's house. Actually, this gave me a great idea. This would be a great TV show or a YouTube show where you have a group of, let's say women here, a group of women who have ADHD. And every weekend they go to somebody's house. So this weekend they go to Alicia's house and they have great conversations and they declutter the whole house. We clean up Alicia's whole house. The next weekend, Alicia's friend Ashley, we go to her house. We declutter her whole house. We have great conversations. It's a good old time. And at the end of everything, the house is decluttered. It's clean. The next weekend, you go to Jasmine's house, declutter it. You're laughing. You're having a good time. Now it's clean at the end. But this is a great idea. This is a great idea. No, Mac is right. Give it up for Alicia. I like this. This is what community is about. And think about how good you feel after having a great conversation with a close friend. Like I might call David tonight and just talk to him. After having one of those great conversations, man, you feel alive. You're like, yeah, like I feel alive. I feel good. I feel great. I feel great. Amazing feeling. I started by saying no to my sons more. They're responding better not to my requests. Sometimes you have to say no to the people that you love. You gotta say no to the folks you love sometimes. I can't stop getting overwhelmed. I have ADHD and autism. I shout and I try to stop it, but it has to all come out. Danielle, nothing is wrong with screaming into a pillow or shouting, or you gotta have some time where you can just let it all out. Let it all out. This is a fossil watch. I got this watch in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. So for people at home who are keeping track, or maybe if you just joined the live stream, to recap the 5 ways to ruin your life. I'm about to name them. And the inspiration for this live stream is Charlie Munger's rule of inversion. And with his rule of inversion, he figures out what you should not do. And once he's listed that out, he just does the opposite. So when you know what not to do and you reverse it, that's the key to success. All right. So here are the 5 ways to ruin your life. And by avoiding these things and doing the opposite, that's the unlock. Right. So we have the solution within this framing. Right. So number 1, you want to ignore structure completely. No calendar, no reminders, no routines, just free balling life. Right. Free balling. Free balling. Number 2, you want to chase only dopamine. You do whatever feels good in the moment, and you just go off of purely vibes. Number 3, you want to avoid hard or uncomfortable conversations, delaying conflicts, people pleasing. You just want to avoid anything that feels difficult and hard. And as neurodivergents, we have a funky relationship with avoidance because we love to avoid things. Number 4, you want to overcommit and underdeliver. Say yes to every single thing when you're feeling good, but then you crash, you miss deadlines, and now people can't trust you. So overcommitting and underdelivering, that's a good way to ruin your life. Number 5, you want to stay isolated. Don't build any support systems. You want to just do everything on your own. That's a great way to burn out and a great way to frustrate your life, frustrate yourself within your life by just doing exactly what you want and staying away from everybody, because we need some type of support. We need some type of support. Free balling. Free balling. No more free balling. No more free balling, y'all. But man, so that's the live stream. And Nikki says life isn't meant to be done alone. I completely agree. Life is not meant to be done alone. Life is meant to be done with people. Can't put those 5 into a song. Yeah. Put it into a song, and let's hear it. Let's hear that track. Let's hear that track. My dad has a different definition for free balling. Free balling. Free balling. So that's a nice live stream. I have to go get this chicken teriyaki. I had somewhat of a meal today, but I gotta go get this chicken teriyaki and go hit the gym. So this live stream today won't be too long, but I want to call and place my order so that way y'all can see that I don't have to even say the order. Everybody knows my favorite order: chicken teriyaki with rice. I'm gonna call and Mr. Lee will say, "Oh, Kojo, give me 10 minutes. Give me 15 minutes." So here's the call, because I actually had the taste for it today. Hey, Mr. Lee, this is Kojo.
Kojo, how are you, Kojo?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Ah, 10 minute. 10 minute. I don't have to say the order because it's gonna be chicken teriyaki, white rice, and a Diet Coke every single day. Chicken teriyaki, white rice, and a Diet Coke. Oh, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it. For some reason, I had no taste for it the past couple of days, but I don't know what else to eat. Honestly, I don't know what else to eat. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't have to even say my order. Chicken teriyaki, white rice. No, Patrick, no veggies. Chicken teriyaki, white rice. Give me a Diet Coke and I'm good. Yeah, Kojo, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I love Mr. Lee. He's awesome. I love Mr. Lee. He's awesome. He's awesome. Chicken teriyaki, white rice, and also they'll put in like that little soy sauce too. You can put that extra drizzle on the teriyaki or teriyaki sauce, whatever they call it. You put on the chicken and this. Ooh. Yes, I eat the same thing every day. The content that I put out is not just skits. Like this is my actual life. All the skits that y'all see are based off of things that have actually happened in my life. The most recent skit on TikTok where Emily comes up to me. Emily comes up to me for like she went out somewhere for like 3 hours, right? She comes up and then she kisses me and she goes, "Oh, did you miss me?" And I'm like, "No." Like that's real life. That has happened before. That's like that has happened before. The skit where it's me playing autism, ADHD, and RDHD, and then we're talking about repeating meals and me wanting the food to just appear and having options in the fridge, but I have no desire to eat anything. That is a like that's my life. Like I eat the same thing every day. That's why when I go to Houston for the comedy show, we're going to Steak 48 at some point because that's my favorite restaurant in the US. But I know what to get there. I'm gonna get the same thing I got last time, a well done steak. I may get dessert. Like we'll see what I get for dessert, but I eat the same thing every single day. Tomorrow, I pray to God that He doesn't take away my appetite for chicken teriyaki and rice because I'm coming back to get the same thing. Hey, Mr. Lee, it's Kojo. Oh, Kojo, 10 minute. Same thing every single day. Why would I switch it up? I hope I can find something that I can shift to. But if it's not that, I'm going to Kava. I'm getting the grains bowl, the double chicken, the pita bread on the side. I eat the same thing every single time. Every single time. Why switch it up? Why switch it up? I only stop when I lose taste for it. I only stop when I lose. No orange chicken. That's funny, Leilani. Uh, but see, I'm even afraid to joke like that because I don't want my order to be changed. Like if the order is changed, that's why I can relate. Oh, ooh, sweet green. Ooh, I used to have a sweet green hyperfixation as well. Ooh, sweet green. Ooh. That's why I can relate to autistic kids who have a hard time eating and parents who don't know that their kids are autistic. Sometimes the kids get punished because the kids they want finger foods. I want chicken nuggets. I don't want to eat the same meal that everybody else is eating. Give me chicken nuggets and give me dipping sauce. And these autistic kids who are undiagnosed are, they're going through hell essentially because their parents don't know why this kid is such a picky eater. This is why you need to know if you are neurospicy or not. Like you need to figure this out. How long have I been on this current obsession? Like 3 or 4 months. It's been a mixture of this and also kava. Kava. So it's this and kava every single day. Like Leilani, you're right. That's why. That's exactly why I can relate. That's exactly why I can relate. Exactly. But I've been eating this. I I do the same thing. Chicken teriyaki rice, the grains bowl, I have my protein powder. The protein powder that I've been promoting on the TikTok shop. It's the Jocko protein powder. I have that multiple times a day because you gotta get your protein in. So it keeps me strong, guys. I eat the same thing every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Trying new food for me is very difficult, but I have found uh, there's one restaurant. There's two Indian restaurants that I'm loving right now. One is called Clay Pit in North Hollywood, and then my friend took me to another Indian restaurant in Studio City. Let me get the name of it because it was so good. Ooh, the chicken korma. Lao Merch. It's right up on Ventura. Ooh, ooh, that chicken korma. Ooh, with the rice biryani. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The thing about Indian food is that Indian food is so heavy, it will sit you down. So like after I have Indian food, I can't do anything else. You cannot schedule anything else after Indian food because it will sit you down. It will sit you down. All the way down. Bad. Neurodivergent with a side of spice and everything. Amy. I got pancakes in my freezer right now that I cannot eat. They're blueberry protein pancakes from Factor. I mean, they're my fridge because you have to keep it refrigerated. I've had them there for a week and I cannot eat them. What's going to happen most likely is I'm going to waste them. I hate wasting food. Like we grew up, the way we grew up, I mean, like we could not waste food. Growing up in the projects in Nashville, Tennessee, like no, we weren't wasting food. So now I hate to waste food, but I'm like, I just can't eat the pancakes. Can't eat them. Can't eat them. Make you fakey. But yeah, I gotta go pick up my meal now. About to go pick up my hyperfixation meal. And once again, I want to thank everybody who has purchased tickets to the show in Houston, Texas. We kick off the tour in a week from now. In 1 week from now, we kick off the big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour. I think I'll do that. I think I'll just give them away because I don't like wasting food. Don't like wasting food. The big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour kicks off a week from now in Houston, Texas. So this time next week, we'll be preparing to go on stage in Houston, Texas. Me and my neurodivergence, my squad of neurodivergence. It's going to be an amazing show. So we added a second show because the first one sold out. First show sold out. So now we've added a second show. For ticket information, you can hit the link in the bio. That's on YouTube. That's on Facebook. It's not on LinkedIn, but it's on TikTok as well. So thank you so much for your support for the past couple of years. And if you just learned about me recently, thank you for your support. Nonetheless, I'm so grateful. And I cannot wait for us to kick off this tour. I cannot wait. And as far as live streams go, I'll be back here tomorrow, 6-ish West Coast time, 9-ish East Coast time, 8-ish Nashville time, 7-ish Utah, Arizona time, 6-ish California time, 5-ish Alaska time, 4-ish Honolulu, Hawaii time, and 4-ish, 2 a.m. ish UK time. 2 a.m. ish UK time. So until tomorrow, I will see y'all. Try and get some rest. Try and get something to eat. I'm about to go smash this food right now. I'm about to go demolish some chicken teriyaki and rice. And then after that, I'm about to give me a nice little workout session. And then we'll call it a night. So until tomorrow, I'll see y'all later. Peace. Love y'all.